Hey guys, today I will be sharing with you how I prepare these delicious camotes, which are sweet potatoes or sweet yams. So stay tuned for the full recipe, guys. Hey guys, welcome back to another recipe of mine. So today I will be sharing with you guys how I'm going to make and prepare some camotes, which is the sweet potato. And this recipe is really simple and easy to make and so delicious that you will be able to enjoy for a snack or just any time of the day. So I do have 2 sweet potatoes, and I am adding 2 of the piloncillos, which is the brown sugar cone. And this is what's going to give it that really sweet flavor. And we're just going to add maybe 1 tablespoon of sugar just to give it more of a flavor. And if you want to add the 1 tablespoon of sugar, go ahead. And if you don't, you do not have to add the extra sugar there. But I will be adding 1 tablespoon of sugar. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to cut the ends of the camote, which is the sweet potato, just like that. You can still keep this part. I'm just taking off the ends. And we're just going to cut them in pieces, not too small. Just like that. Really simple and easy, guys. So I'm just taking these ends away and I'm just leaving these in there. Very simple, guys. So it's going to be a process. Take. And you can cut them up as any way you want. I'm just leaving them like this. I feel like this is like a perfect size that you can enjoy or eat. And there you have it. I am going to rinse these off really good. So I'm gonna let these rinse it off for a few minutes, maybe like about 2 or 3 minutes. If you want to peel the sweet potato off, you can, but for me, I'm just gonna leave it in, and I'm just gonna rinse this off really good, just to take off the dirt that it has on your sweet potato. Guys, after those 3 minutes, now that we rinsed our camotes, which is the sweet potatoes, you can see it leaves kind of like that dirt in your water. So I'm just going to take this all out and rinse it one more time, and that'll be perfect. Okay guys, now that they are clean and rinsed, now we're just going to take off the paper from the piloncillo, which is the brown sugar cone. Okay, like this. And like I said, I am adding 2 of them. And I do have only about close to 1/3 of the water. Just a little bit, it's not a lot. Because our camotes, which is the sweet potatoes, when we put them into our pot, it's gonna leave some of the vapor of its own juices. So that will be good. So I do have a pot in a kind of like in a low heat. So we're going to add our water in there. So I have my pot here in a kind of like in a medium or low heat. Now I'm just going to add my water into my little pot. Like I said, it's just a little bit, not a lot. So now that it's hot enough, now we could add our camotes, our sweet potatoes. And this is a really perfect recipe that you can do, especially when it's already getting to winter or fall, and you can do this recipe anytime, either way, even during the summertime. But it's perfect for a cold weather. So now I'm just gonna leave the heat kind of like in a low heat. We don't want to burn our camotes, which is our sweet potatoes, and we're just gonna leave it in a low heat. And we're going to add our brown sugar cones in there at the moment. Because our brown sugar cones are going to melt with our camotes. So I'm just going to let that sit in there, and make sure you cover it with a cover or a top, and just let it cook. Keep an eye on it, just in case. Just keep an eye on it, and then we'll come back to see how this delicious recipe comes out. Okay guys, this is how it's coming out so far. You can see the brown sugar cone is melting in there. Let's see. So basically, touch it, it'll come off apart. That's perfect. And our camotes, which is our sweet potatoes, they're going pretty good. So we just have it covered up, and I do have it in a low heat. So make sure you guys have this in a really low heat. As you can see, it has liquid on the bottom right there, boiling. That's perfect. Oops. So you could just move these around just so it could get all the juices in there. But eventually it will. Okay. I'm just going to lower it a little bit more because I do want our camotes to really cook in there. So I'm just going to cover this up again and just let it do its job and simmer in there for a few more minutes. So we'll be back to check on that. Okay guys, so this is how it's coming out. So it is perfectly done. See how the sugar cone melted in there already, and it's leaving the juices on the bottom. So I'm just gonna move these around and make sure it's really coated with all the sweetness of the liquids. And I am gonna add a little bit of sugar just to give it a very sweetness flavor. So that's going to be my next step, guys. And like I mentioned, it's optional if you want to add a little bit extra of a sugar. And I'm just going to add about 1 tablespoon of sugar. So 1 tablespoon of sugar, and I'm just going to drizzle it all over our camotes, which is our sweet potatoes. And okay guys, so I added 1 tablespoon of sugar. I'm going to cover it up, and I'm just going to turn the heat a little lower, and I'm just going to let that simmer in for about 3 more minutes. I just want my camotes, which is the sweet potatoes, to be really softened. Not too softened so they won't get too mushy, but this is like a perfect texture of their camotes. So just about maybe 2 or 3 more minutes and we are done. Okay guys, 2 to 3 minutes, perfectly fine. Now I'm just gonna turn the heat off, and we are going to serve this in a different container. So I'm just gonna transfer this to a different container, and it's ready to enjoy. You can enjoy it as a breakfast, even lunch or dinner, any time of the day, but perfect for fall or winter. This is going to be a really good recipe for you guys to try. And if so, please let me know down in the comments. And if you are new to my channel, please feel free to subscribe to my channel for more recipes and give this video a big thumbs up. I really appreciate it. So I'm just going to transfer this to a different container. So I'm going to add the extra juice that it has on my pot. So I'm just going to add the extra juices on there, just like that. And this is practically done, guys. Very easy to make. Look how delicious this looks. And I know there's so many ways that you can eat these camotes. I know that a lot of people like to add camotes in milk, but for me, I'm just going to enjoy these as is, and it's going to be very sweet. So it's going to be delicious, guys. So like always, hit the subscribe button, give this video a big thumbs up. If you're new, let me know down in the comments below. And like always, I share all the information for the recipes in the description box, and lots of links so you guys can follow me on my social media. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one.